Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and busts. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
My friends, I have so much to talk about tonight, but I want to tell you something right now, which is so critical, because you, as a citizen of the world, must understand this. And more than anything else, is for you to be able to negotiate this world that we live in. And I want to give you something to think about, something that you might never have thought about, and nobody is going to say this because nobody understands it. I have seen the promised land. I have been through the prosecutorial world and criminal law, and I have a different take. And I happen to be listening to my dear friend who precedes the show, Dominic Carter, who was just an ace, a gentleman of the first stripe. And during the course of this, they were talking about a tragedy about this Jewish community, this Jewish center, this Lubavitch group that was apparently there was some crazed maniacal driver who drove into it. I'm hearing just the tail end of this, who tried to exact some type of harm. It says driver crashes into Lubavitch headquarters. A man drove his vehicle into the headquarters. By the way, Mr. Blaze, what is the pronunciation? I don't want to say, is it Chabad? I don't even want to address it. Chabad, is that right? Chabad, is that right? I don't even want. I want to make sure I get it the right way. Anyway, it's the Lubavitch headquarters in Brooklyn. The crash took place around 8:46 p.m. A 2012 Honda Accord sedan was found mounted on the sidewalk, which struck the building. The driver struck the rear door of the building once and then reversed the car in order to ram the door a second time. And were there any injuries in this one other than, I'm trying to read this. I just forgive me for just catching the tail end of this, because I was not even looking at this. But I want to talk to you about something irrespective of this. And I want to bring something into, no injuries. There were no injuries in the incident in which a vehicle. Okay, good. Stop right there. Let me get to the bottom, the brass tacks of this. Whenever something like this happens, invariably somebody will say, this is a hate crime. This is a hate crime. And my blood boils, because I'm thinking they're doing it again. It's like when they say, it's terrorism. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Because it makes me feel good to say it. Don't use words that have legal implications, legal meaning. Don't do that. Don't call something arson when it's not. Don't confuse murder with manslaughter with that. Don't do it. I know you don't mean any harm by it. I know you don't. I know it's not. You're not trying to do anything other than to just do the right job. But I've got to tell you something. You've got to disabuse yourself of complicating criminal prosecutions. You can't use this. This isn't a chance to speak the popular line. Let me explain to you. And this is critical, so forgive me. But I think this is critical. In addition to all of the interesting things that we talk about, sometimes there's a real world awareness which I think is incumbent upon me to teach you. And once you understand this, you will say, you know what, thank you. I understand it completely. First and foremost, I want to get the bastards. Don't get me wrong. I'm not playing around with this. I want to do it easier. Make it simple. Make it real easy for prosecutors. See, in Florida, that's the frontier justice, capital of the world. Death penalty is their middle name. And why? It starts with their statutes. Real simple. You kill somebody? Yeah. Did you mean to do it? Yeah. Okay. That's it. And then you can go to a court and you can try to argue to the jury that the death penalty. But in New York, it's like, was it a commission of a crime? Was it involving was it a police officer? It's like, stop it. Why are you making this so complicated? What difference does it make whom you kill? Doesn't matter. Make it simple. Now let's start with this. Number one, couple of things. The most important aspect of an intentional crime. Let's forget negligent crimes like manslaughter and things like that. But an intentional crime is, did you intend to do it? That's it. Did you Mr. So-and-so, did you intend to drive that car into that Jewish house of worship? Yes, I did. Thank you. That's it. Thank you. I don't care anything about why. Don't tell me why. Don't care. Don't care why. Bring that up in sentencing. You want to bring it up in sentencing? Go ahead. If you want to talk about some victim's impact or why it's particularly heinous, but I do not care why you commit a crime. It doesn't matter. Why did you shoot that old lady? Why? Well, I wanted to collect the insurance money, or I hate old people. Who cares why? It doesn't matter. Motivation is of no concern to me. Intent is. Did you intend to do it? Yeah. I don't care why you did it. That's motivation. What motivated you? I don't know. I don't care. Now, so all I've got to do is, did you have the mens rea, MENSREA? Did you have the criminal mind? Is that what you wanted to do? Yes. You wanted to kill him, didn't you? Yeah, that was it. Did you intend to? Yeah, that's it. That's it. But no. A while back, somebody said, no, let's make this complicated. Let's throw in hate crime so we can aggravate it. Because did you hit our friend Yuri? Okay, yeah. You want to know why I hit him? Well, he's in the hospital. Let's assume, God forbid, he's in the hospital, he's hurt. And we have Yuri in case number one. I hit him because he's a jerk. Okay. Or I hit him because he's Jewish. He's Palestinian. He's a member of the Baha'i. He's Serbo-Croatian. Oh, that's a hate crime. The crime looks identical. But because you did it, your motivation, they say, now we're going to teach him a lesson. What do you mean you're going to teach him a lesson? What difference does it make? Yes, we're going to teach him a lesson. Why? Because you can't think that. What was that word? You can't what? You can't think, oh, this is a thought crime. This is a thought crime. Because what you're doing is you're taking something which is already, quote, cognizable at trial. Meaning it's recognized. It's called battery. It's called assault. And you upped it a notch because somebody dared to utter a permissible statement. Can you hate Jews or Croatians or Palestinians or Italians or Inuit? Yes, you can. You can hate all you want. Just don't hurt them. You can like love. There's no such thing as a love crime where we knock it down a notch. We mitigate the crime by saying, well, he did it out of love. It was a scorned lover. He really loves her. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. Hate crimes violate the First Amendment. And I think basic due process because they punish thought and belief and motivation and why rather than conduct. Conduct. Now, I know it's very popular to say this. A lot of lay people say this, just like they say, that's terrorism. Christy Noam, it's terrorism. Oh, it's treason. That's another famous one. It's treason. It's not treason. That's sedition. You use terms of art that you think are, it's just a description. No, it's not. It's a particular crime. Now, in American law, what matters is intent to commit the act itself. Whether it's assault or vandalism or arson or murder, once intent to commit the crime is proven, that's it. The crime is complete. End of discussion. Adding a second layer that examines why a person felt a particular way turns prosecutors into mind readers. And mind readers, it makes them think like, okay, now we've got to explain why they did it. And the Constitution protects ugly speech, bad opinions, unpopular beliefs. And the moment the government adds penalty, points, because of what was in somebody's head, it crosses the line. Now, you may not understand it, but I don't care. Doesn't matter. I don't live my life based upon what the majority of people understand. We would go nowhere as a society if that happens. Let me give you two examples of something that happened. Number one, there was a case years ago of a fellow downtown. I think it was at a McDonald's. And there was a fight that broke out. And the main assailant was yelling, using the F word, the pejorative for gay. He referred to these people as the F words, okay? And when they were doing the investigation, somebody said, he was spewing it. He said, okay. He said, sir, were you saying that? He said, yes, I did. I said that F word. I did. Why'd you do it? He says, well, that's what I do. It's like, because I'm gay myself. It's like the N word. We say it, but you can't say it. Wait a minute. You're gay? Yes. Well, did you mean it? What do you mean? Do you hate gay people? He said, well, obviously not. Well, is this a hate crime then? See what happens? See, the cops get, well, he said it, but if a black person, because some people use, thanks to Dave Chappelle and prior, the N word is like, oh my God. Then there's my N, and it's just, anyway, it's all over the place. There's nothing worse than white people trying to pretend they're black, these kids, in any event. Okay, so the problem is, what do I do then? Did you say the word? Yes, but he didn't mean it. Well, if a black person says it, it's okay, but not a white person. You see when we get into this? I have to parse it. So in the first case, it was an individual who said he used the word, but it wasn't, there was no animus. It wasn't hatred. Second case, which is the most important. I believe it was in the New York Court of Appeals, the appellate court, and the issue involved somebody who I think it was a robber. He was robbing people. Like every week, he would look down from a perch and see a bunch of gay folks who were congregating. And he moved in, he swept in, and he robbed them. And the police said, did you do it because they were gay? He says, yes. Why? He says, well, stupid me, I thought they would be weak. I thought gay people were somehow weak. Well, they're not. In fact, many of them are in great shape and put up quite a bit. And I stopped that immediately. So, yes, I targeted them because they were gay, but I didn't target them because I hated them. I thought they were weak. I were weak. What if this driver, we find out, I'm not saying it's true, but let's say he says, sir, why did you do this? He says, well, I've always wanted to vandalize. And I looked at this community and I thought, you know what? I said, this is probably, I'm looking at the structure of it. I don't think those doors can hold me. So I decided to plow into this synagogue or this particular case. Not necessarily, I mean, yes, because it was a synagogue, but I thought synagogues were older and I didn't think they were as structurally sound. No, I know that sounds crazy. But what if somebody said that? Is that a hate crime? It looked like a hate crime. How about this? Let's say I go out and I want to leave my mark. Everybody knows that when you want to terrorize a black family, you can do many, many ways. But historically, one of them is burn a cross. Burn a cross on their lawn. Okay? That's the classic. That's in the rule book. Also, if you go to a Jewish temple or a synagogue, you can spray paint swastikas. That's the prototypical classic hate crime. Okay. What if somebody's not very good at this and he decides in the black family's lawn to burn a Christmas tree, an old Christmas tree, because he doesn't have any wood and lumber's expensive and he doesn't know how to hammer it, so he figures, this is my hate crime. This is my hate crime. And nobody understands what it means. Yes, but I intended that. Or what if somebody goes to a synagogue and does spray paints the Star of David or the Mogen David, on the side of it? Now that doesn't make any sense. That's my hate crime. That's my hate crime. You see where we get into this? Sometimes it's very clear. So what's the answer? The answer is, when it comes time for sentencing, and you show a particular impact that this crime had on the neighborhood, on the group, on the congregation, on the people, on the victims, something over and above a normal vandalism or criminal mischief or arson or whatever it is, then talk about how it was hateful and it scared them. And remind these were Holocaust victims who remembered the pogroms, and that's fine. Victim impact. But this one size fits all for hate crime? No. Hate crimes are unconstitutional. You don't need them. It complicates things.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the pain points of wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.